Hello friends, in this video I'm going to talk about sensor size, right? It's called Sensor Sizes Made Easy. So what I'm doing here is, the reason I'm making the video is we kind of perceive things spatially, right? So when we talk about sensor sizes, they're not very intuitive. We use terms like 1 over 2.3 inches, 1 over 1.7 inches, or 1/3 inch, right? And it's not really descriptive and it's not really intuitive. So sometimes secondarily we can look it up, and they're given in millimeters, right? So many millimeters by so many millimeters. And again, for us in the United States, we're kind of not really too attuned to the metric system. So even the sense of measurement is not very intuitive because, again, we just weren't raised on the metric system. So what I'm going to do here is show you all the different sensor sizes in the following screens relative to a postage stamp. So this postage stamp is 1 inch in this direction and 3/4 of an inch in this direction. So it's 4/3, right? There's, for every 4 dimensions here, there are 3 dimensions here. Which, again, that's aspect ratio. It's not really so much in size, but all I'm trying to get at is this postage stamp is a 4:3 aspect ratio. But I'm using the dimensions, right? Because I want you to see this in the video, the area of this postage stamp, and I'm using a quarter and a dime for scale. And just also so you can get a sense of aspect ratio. I put these black lines on here to show what a 3:2 aspect ratio is that you would find in an APS-C or a full frame. So from here, coming across to here, and then up, that's a 3:2 aspect ratio. But the whole stamp is 4:3 aspect ratio. And again, so I'm using the whole stamp throughout the video. So what I'll do is I'm going to post some following screens, and you'll see. So the threshold here, the dividing line, is APS-C to full frame. So this postage stamp has more area than APS-C and everything's smaller. So it's how many sensors would fit on the postage stamp. And when you get into full frame and larger, it's the opposite. It's no longer how many sensors would fit onto the postage stamp. It's how many postage stamps would fall onto the sensor or fit onto the sensor or the piece of film. Okay, so that's the threshold. So in these following screens, you'll see the numbers. I'll give some example cameras, and I'll state the sensor size, right? So it'll be sensor size in example camera and how many of the sensors would fit either onto the postage stamp or how many postage stamps would fit onto the sensor or piece of film. Okay, thank you.